So, welcome back, guys. First and foremost, I would like to say I am sorry, but this is going to be a voiceover episode because I accidentally screwed up on the my voice settings. Well, can't really call them voice settings now. I have a headset. I believe it is the Logitech. Yeah, it's Logitech G930. It's pretty much like this really nice headset that conforms to your head and everything, and has hotkeys on it, and it's easy to access, ease of access, and it's wireless and everything. And I find it nice to use a lot of times. But unfortunately, while recording, uh, instead of hitting the mute button, I actually hit one of the hotkeys, and one of those hotkeys were actually attached to a voice morph program that comes with the software for the headset. And a couple days ago, I was talking to my friends on TeamSpeak, and I decided, it'd be hilarious to mess with them. And they didn't know this software actually existed yet. They didn't realize, I guess they really never thought about voice morphing. So, when I came in and I started talking like a squirrel, yes, that's the voice setting was on. Everyone was freaking out and I was having a blast. But, you know, unfortunately, instead of hitting the mute button, I hit that button instead while I was recording. So I recorded about 27 minutes worth of me talking as a chipmunk. It wasn't fun. Not to hear back. I was going to lose it. At first, I was thinking of scrapping the video, but I figured, you know what? Why do it? I can just do a quick little voiceover. I'm sorry, guys, but I did find a couple good stuff in this little adventure, and you'll see along the way. I'm gonna try to talk mostly about whatever I can remember from when I did this. I did take a little break from it. I recorded this earlier this morning at 10 o'clock, and it is now 12:11 in the morning. So, it's been way over 12 hours since I did this. Sorry about that. Um, so yeah, on to topic. I believe what I did start out talking about was a new game, Prototype 2. Now, I found it on Steam, and I was going to pre-order it and download it in 2 months because it was supposed to come out in July. But I realized that the other versions for PS3 and Xbox 360 already came out 2 months prior to when I found this. So, or at least I believe it's 2 months. I know it's been out for a while, but you know, it's what I'm trying to get my point across is that it was out before PC because they had a issue with the PC version, so they had to hold it back and then release it at a later date. So I was kind of bummed to find this out because I was ready to do a let's play about it. Prototype, well, like the original Prototype 1, was one of my favorite games when it came out. It kind of like gave a new feel to the gaming industry. It was like a free roaming world where your, I guess, protagonist, which was Alex Mercer, was kind of like the alpha dog of everything. He could morph in anything, he could beat anything, and he was practically a living virus that could just consume. And I'm sure a lot of you have played it. If not, then well, I'm probably ruining the game for you if you ever go to buy it and you want to know the storyline for it. But I'm going to say it, so spoilers. Um, so in the game, you're this guy, and his name's Alex Mercer. Obviously, he's the protagonist of it. Uh, you have all these military type of people kind of like going out for you because apparently you released a bioweapon, which is this virus, which they call the Mercer virus because they pretty much put the blame on you because you had the vial, and then people, or I guess the agency or the secret agency that was tracking you down, which I believe was Blackwatch. I'm not sure if that was like the original people that were tracking you down, but I'm gonna go with Blackwatch because they're the biggest enemy in the game, at least to you. To everyone else, you're the enemy. Um, but yeah, they shoot you down in Penn Station, and you kind of fall over onto the vial that has the virus in it, and it kind of like consumes into your chest cavity because like it breaks all over there, and like the shards pierce your body, and of course, that's where it kind of lets out, and then you die, and then you come back to life, and they're trying to experimenting on you, and then all of a sudden, like you pretty much just go fucking ape shit. then the whole story unveils to the storyline, and then you're a good guy, then you're a bad guy, then you're a good guy, then you're a bad guy, and then, it was really hard to keep track. I really didn't care. I was the protagonist of the story who was helping people and killing things, and it was a fun game. Then, I heard Prototype 2 was coming out, and I was ecstatic about that because at first I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be awesome. It's the trilogy, or not trilogy. Is it trilogy? I'm actually not sure. It's probably the wrong use of the word. Anyway, it was a continuation of the game. Sorry about that. I'm really not having a good time with these freaking allergies. So anyway, um, but it was a new person, and it turns out that that person, he lost his family to the virus, which then came back. They thought that they got rid of it a year later. So, that came back. He lost everything, and then Alex Mercer finds him, or technically you find Alex Mercer, and then Alex Mercer kind of turned you into and evolved like him. Uh, so I'll just stop it right there because I really don't want to ruin the second Prototype 2 for you. You could figure out the rest of the story from that. Anyway, so like I was back to my point, I was gonna do an Let's Play about it. I bought the Xbox 360 version. Wow. And I have my Hop Hog PVR. I was all set up to go, and I've had that thing for recording other stuff for friends for their little COD videos because I do video editing for my other friends. Um, but I had that all set up, and I started recording it, and I realized, wow, this is really, really boring. Mostly because 90% of it was video. I was actually disappointed in the game. I mean, the storyline I'll give like an A plus. It was really in depth. It was nice. It was all around great. Uh, but the gameplay I would give maybe like a C minus because you know it was more like videos than it was actual gameplay. And when you did do gameplay, the second you're about to do something like interesting, the video just pops up and goes, "Hey, bro, how you doing? Just gonna cut right in here and show you something completely irrelevant to your storyline." So, you know, and this is just my opinion. I'm not giving like a legit game review. So, for any of you who see this in the future, hello, future people. Uh, that's just my point of view on it. For you guys, you might enjoy the type of playstyle that they have, but for me, I was kind of hoping for a better kind of gameplay aspect of it. Uh, but other than that, it was an all-around game. In my opinion, it's like I guess a B minus type game. I did enjoy playing it. Some parts that I did get to play. But I didn't want to just upload all that stuff just because it was just mostly videos and not gameplay, and I didn't want to cut in and out every single time because that would just ruin it. So it was too much to do, and I really didn't feel like getting all wrapped up in it and not really having anything to show for it. So I decided to scrap the project. But I do have some videos, or not videos, some games upcoming that I'm actually going to be doing a Let's Play on. I did pre-order a couple. There is one. Hold on. Sorry, stupid cat won't go away. She just loves rubbing against my leg. Anyway, so there is a game or a couple that I've pre-ordered already. One's Halo 4. Can't wait for that. I'm a huge fan of the Halo trilogy. I was a big supporter of Bungie until they decided to split from Microsoft. They are, and I don't understand why. Microsoft actually got them off the ground, helped them from going bankrupt, as so I've heard. I'm not entirely sure of that. I haven't really kept up with Bungie. I've heard from one of my friends who is a big Bungie fan, and I'm going off his kind of reaction. So it could be completely false, but don't write in stone, guys. Not entirely sure, but according to him, Microsoft helped them out, uh, and then all of a sudden they split. So either they got a better deal or with some other company, or they feel like they're just going to go kind of like on a freelance and try to get their company to just, what am I trying to say? I guess kind of get off the ground by themselves. But to split from Microsoft, they actually needed to what is it? They needed to give up their trilogy, which was Halo. Oh, damn, these allergies. I really gotta find pills that can help me. I got this stupid back drip and it keeps making me cough. You guys can probably hear like my raspy voice. I hope that's not annoying. I really hope that's not annoying. Anyway, so now the Halo 4 or Halo 4 is being created by Industry 343, I think it is. I believe so, that's it. And they've actually signed up to do a couple more Halo games, which I'm happy about because I really don't care who makes the game as long as they keep the main storyline intact. Uh, they're saying that they're adding a couple new enemies, I believe, because it's like I think it takes off from the third one instead of Reach, because Reach wasn't really all that Master Chiefish. I mean, the last time we saw Master Chief, he kind of like jumped into a ship that then kind of got cut in half and blown up because the Halo exploded. Uh, and then Halo 4's trailer is, Master Chief is waking up and like the entire ship is obviously, cut in half still. And now they're heading to another, like they're almost about to hit another Halo. Except this Halo looks like it either has an attachment to it that looks like it's going to blow the fuck out of the galaxy. And excuse me for the curse, but I needed that word to explain it. Uh, or it's just a huge ship of a new enemy. And I would like a new enemy because I'm tired of the Covenant and the Flood. The 4 game's too old. I mean, seriously, we need a new enemy. But other than that, it looks great. The graphics and everything, I'm looking forward to. So that I'll probably do a Let's Play on for just, the campaign. I might do a co-op campaign because, when I do Halo, I usually do co-op with my friends and we usually get the skulls and everything, which I hope they keep because that's actually one of the fun parts when you do stuff on like Legendary and everything and you go for the skulls and getting all the achievements. That's kind of what I actually played the campaigns for before is because it always added a challenge to it, and I love challenges when it comes to these kind of games. But that'll be, I believe, somewhere between October and December, which is where all my games are coming out. Another game that I'm going to try to do a Let's Play on for a campaign is Far Cry 3. Now, Bungie used to be my support. I used to give my support to Bungie. That was always my favorite because of the Halo trilogy. Not anymore. Since Bungie has gotten rid of Halo, I've not even really looked them up. They could be good. They could be doing great with another game, but I should actually go check that out to see if they have another game or anything or see how they're doing. But Ubisoft is one of my favorite, probably my most favorite publishers out there because of the Far Cry series. I'm a huge supporter of Far Cry. I bought it on Xbox and PC because, I don't really have a PS3. I was going to get a PS3, but not really a PS3 fan. Maybe later on. I almost won for one for free, but didn't work out, so I didn't really lose any sleep over it. Anyway, so I'm a huge supporter of the Far Cry series, so, I usually just buy it on each system. But Far Cry 3 is coming out, and I'm excited about that because the storyline looks great. Multiplayer is looking actually fantastic. They actually had a video of it for their team deathmatch, and like they showed off the kill cam, which looks very interesting. I've never seen a game do it, and there are probably games out there that do it, but I personally have never seen a game that did that. You could obviously, I'm not going to really go into detail about it, but you can watch it on the website or, I mean, just look up Far Cry 3. It's everywhere. It is exploding all over the internet. But Far Cry 2 wasn't really my favorite. I kind of liked how it was an open world in the campaign. I liked the map editor and everything. Multiplayer kind of seemed dim to me. And I never really finished through the campaign because it was kind of like obscure. There was just so much stuff to do, and it was really overwhelming. But I do want to finish it before Far Cry 3 comes out. And I'm not really going to do an LP on Far Cry 2 because there have already been a lot that have been done. And I know I'm saying that when I'm doing a Minecraft one, I know. But Minecraft is something that I thoroughly enjoy and I really like doing kind of videos on it. So I'm going to live with that and I'm going to have fun with it. Other than all that, uh, you know, I don't know how many out there that actually played Far Cry Instincts or Far Cry Instincts Predator when they kind of combined the two into like an evolutionary set, but that was by far my favorite game. Favoritist? I'm gonna go with favoritist. My favoritist game. Screw you all. Uh, uh, because of it was the first game I actually found out that had a map editor, and that's what kind of like drew me in. Uh, you know, so when I found that out, I was so happy. I'm like, oh my God, a game that actually has something unique. Then I found out that people created maps with not no duh they created maps. It's a map editor. Mazes like the Amazing Race, for instance. That was one of my favorite mazes because of all the with the glitches in the game. You could actually create like these really cool effects and everything. So, ooh, my graphics card has an update. Yay! Thank you, computer. uh, so that was one of my favorite parts. Predator was one of my favorite multiplayer parts. I had a friend that always made maps and he was really good at it. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I should probably get back in touch with him because when Far Cry 3 comes out, he'll be my buddy again. Anyway, so that is an LP I will probably try to do. There is another game that's coming out that I'm not going to really talk about. It is a mech game that's coming out. I already have pretty much closed beta access to it. Uh, that I might be doing a Let's Play about. I'm not entirely too sure about that one, but odds are I will be because it seems like a really fun game to stream out, and only a select few people know about it. So I don't know if they're going to try to get coverage over the next couple of months or if it's just going to be a complete surprise and it explodes on YouTube. But I'm going to try to be one of the first ones to get it out there because it looks like a really good game that has a lot of potential. Other than that, what is the other one? Trying to think of all of them that I actually got through. Hmm. I know I had that. There's one game. I know there's one stupid game that I'm going to forget, but I'll remember that later. And this is why I hate the fact. This is exactly why I kind of got PO'd at the fact that my headset ran out, or with my own stupidity, hit the button. Uh, because it was just such a stupid mistake, and it ruined 30 minutes worth of audio, or 27 minutes worth of audio. Uh, and of course, I got to think of all these fillers now because this is the first time I'm doing a voiceover for myself. This is like a legit, well, this is how I believe a lot of commentary people do it for Call of Duty videos because you can't really talk while you're in the heat of battle. Um, but during this entire thing, I was kind of just sporadic with what I was saying. So like, ooh, diamond, ooh, boy. Uh, I wasn't really just talking about a couple subjects at once. I was kind of all over the place, and it kind of gave me that time. But yeah, this is why I don't want to really get rid of the video. I mean, yeah, it's a caving video. A lot of people don't like the videos for caving, but I find it kind of relaxing. It's nice just to walk around in the caves and find ores that I need to complete a lot of stuff. And I was actually running out of diamonds. I only had one block left, which, is there. So with this, you'll see. You might not see. I'll tell you at the end before we go. Uh, but today, the new snapshot actually came out. I would be doing a kind of snapshot reveal, but there are a lot of famous LPers out there that already do them, and not a lot of people even watch me at this point. And by the time, if anyone actually sees this, that is probably like a year behind us right now. So, oh, right, I remember that. Let's get the crap out of me. Uh, so yeah, in the new snapshot, there is we have the new village in the sand. It's like an actual sand village. It's made out of sandstone and everything. We have temples, which when you go in and they're booby trapped. So you really got to watch out for those. Uh, you go in and you get goods and everything. So it's actually like you're scavenging. You found like a hidden Egyptian temple. And I thought that was actually cool. I didn't even think they were going to add that in. but they added emeralds and everything. It's a new block. Ooh, excuse me. Hmm. Well, anyway, they added the cocoa bean plants, which I wasn't too happy about because, you can only find cocoa beans in dungeons. And that was actually always the fun part about it, was that you'd have to go on the adventure if you wanted to die. Now you just gotta go to a jungle, walk up a tree. And I know a lot of people have said this already, and I'm going to just restate it. This game is getting too easy. There's not enough challenge. They're taking the challenge away, and it's a real bummer. Because in Minecraft, I remember when I first started playing the game, like when survival started coming out, and it was a challenge. I mean, there was the creative mode when the first time Notch ever posted a video was with the mossy cobblestone saying like, oh, everything loads in chunks and everything. That was the first video ever of Minecraft. I actually believe, I think a week ago, maybe a couple days ago, it was Minecraft's birthday, and Minecraft Forums actually uploaded his very first video that was ever posted on his Tumblr or YouTube. Uh, and that actually brought back a lot of memories. It felt really nostalgic to see that again because I've been following Notch forever, ever since Worm Online. So when I saw that when he was coming up with the game by himself, I kind of got like really happy, and it looked interesting enough to start playing it. So then there was the creative mode, of course, the original creative mode, not what we have nowadays, where we had that wild walking where our arms would flail everywhere, and I really miss that walking. I remember when that was in survival when he first started before the real walking animation came in, or the newest updated one came in, and I really miss that. That was probably one of the funniest things about Minecraft was that little thing. And only a handful of you, a lot of people, are going to know what I'm talking about if you've actually played as long as I have, or have been here the entire time supporting Notch the entire way. Um, and it's just like you watch it grow over time, and to be where it was 3 years ago to where it is now, I feel really happy for the guy. He's made it a huge achievement in his life to make like the most amazing game in the world. And for me, I mean, I'm striving to become a game designer. I believe I said this already. I probably told you about this before. If not, I'm telling you now. So I'm striving to become a game designer because games have always been my interest ever since I was a kid. Ever since I found a computer and started coding Java and everything, uh, I've always been interested in making engines for games. But I never actually had a talent for it. I never had a knack for it. Uh, so I'm going to school for it now. But to see how he did it, and to think that there's actually something that I could do out there. I could create like just I mean, yeah, it's not a very original game. You walk around, you terraform things. That was done in Worm Online, but this is with blocks. This is like it's a huge sandbox world where it's easily accessible to terraforming your objects. I mean, in Worm Online, you could go like probably 3 months and you can't really do anything other than kill people and level up and stuff. But in this game, you could create whatever you imagine, and that's why I enjoyed it so much. But from my aspect, it's like obviously he really lucked out with this game. He made a game that he thought was going to go be great, and he kept going with it, and people kept supporting, and it grew really fast. And even though I know that it's a very small chance that could happen for me, I really don't care. I just love the fact that I was there the entire time and that it's really inspirational in what he's doing. And that's really all I care about is the inspiration about it. So, back on the topic about everything. You know, it was fun. It was very, very fun to see all his accomplishments. And, he when he hosted Minecon, I mean, can't really say he was very enthused about it. No, everyone was like dancing on the stage, and they all just walked off, and it was just like, oh, okay, okay, yeah, see you later, guys. Uh, they really didn't know what they were doing. I mean, it's an indie company. He started out by himself, and he grew a company with his friend, and that was awesome to see. So, okay, well, on top of it all, my mic decides to shut off, so I'm having a fantastic day with audio today, guys. Let me tell you, it's been one fantastic recording session with this mic. I'm starting to wonder if I really invested a good amount of money into this. Uh, so anyway, mic cut out. Voice is coming back soon for the actual audio. I just needed a filler. And okie dokie, that was weird. Sorry about all that. My mic seems to have had some technical difficulties. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway. So, enough about me rambling and stuff. So back on topic about way before I got way off topic. Hopefully, when these games come out, I could actually start up an LP series for them too. I'm thinking of actually, right now I have a couple of ideas in my head of some videos I can do for Minecraft for my channel, and we'll see how those go. I'll see if I can actually get them up in the air, and because I really want to get really ambitious with this channel. I want this channel to kind of strive. I want people to come and view kind of like the creative talents that I got that I'm trying to throw out there, because there's a lot of things that I want people to see, and YouTube is really the only way I can think of getting them out there for millions of people to view. And it's going to be a long road, and I really don't mind that because I like challenges. I love video editing. I love this game. I love all games. I'm just a gamer at heart. I've been a gamer forever. Uh, but I find it very enjoyable and relaxing to play games and just to create videos off them. And when I talk, obviously you guys are probably just like, shut the fuck up, get on with the game. Uh, it's kind of like a stress relief for me. It really is. I have a hard day at work. I have a pain in the ass customers all the time. I have stressful times at school. I get on my computer when I get home. I talk with my friends, and it's just a stress relief. So honestly, this is kind of what it is to me. This is exactly what this is like for me. It's a huge stress relief just to kind of throw it out there and just have other people kind of see the stuff that I'm doing and stories that I've lived through. I know a lot of I myself enjoy stories. When I watch an LPer, I don't really watch them for I mean, I do. It's like probably 40% content, 60% about themselves, mostly because when someone kind of, talks about life and everything, about what's going on with their life, it's kind of interesting to get into somebody else's life, to hear the stories that they've gone through in their life. And, you could relate to them, or you could just be like, oh, that's pretty funny. I did that too. And you just kind of get this overwhelming feeling that there are other people out there like you. So you kind of feel like welcomed into the world. And that's kind of what a lot of LPers do. They kind of use their videos as like vlogs, but they're not actually showing themselves because they either like the sense of the mystery, or they just don't want to, they have like I guess self-esteem issues. And I can tell you, at one point in my life, I had self-esteem issues. I always cared what people thought about me. And at one point, it kind of just hit me that I'm a fucking idiot. And yes, I said the F word again because I had to emphasize how much of an idiot I am. So, yeah, don't know why. And I guess it's just like the human psyche. People care about what other people think about because, everyone kind of wants to be loved in a sense. During my middle school and high school years, I kind of always hated myself. I kind of always just put myself in a depressing corner, and I didn't really care about anyone. Well, that's not true. I cared about everybody. I cared about what everybody thought of me, technically. So I always tried to change my image. I always tried to be what other people wanted me to be. And it came to a point in my life where I said, you know what? Screw it. Screw what you think of me. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be myself. And the second I did that, I got a shit ton more friends. I just kind of boosted my self-confidence, my self-esteem. Well, yeah, my confidence too. I went out there and I found friends. And I say, you know what? The bullies that were there during my life, you can all suck a dick because, you're probably down somewhere in a gutter while I'm actually living my life with people who kind of enjoy my presence. And I gotta say, I have no problem saying this because there are a lot of people out there exactly like me and they know exactly what I went through. And if you're still struggling, all I gotta say is just push through. Just just don't give a crap. Just as much as you're trying to give a crap, just don't. Okay. And with that, I will say goodbye, guys. Kind of went over my video limit. I kind of went way out talking. So I will see you guys later. And really all I have to say. Peace out, guys.